Well, I read Mary Seacole's autobiography when it was republished in the 80s and thought, hey, this woman is amazing. And then thought about the idea of having a show about her, about kids, and life got in the way and I never knuckled down and did it. And then when it was coming up to the bicentenary of her birth, I thought now really is the time. And surprisingly enough, there hadn't really been that much written about her for the theatre. Next day, I can't wait to get to the markets. There are so many different things to see there, but no mangoes or plantains. What's this? A Swede? Well, if you can sell that, you can sell anything. What's that you saying? Why are you so rude about my skin colour? I'm just as good as you, street boy. You know, she first came to London, and she'd always had a dream about going to England, and she came to London when she was 16 with some relatives, and did experience some racial prejudice, but in her own way she dealt with it, and she in fact liked London so much that she came back not long after she'd returned to Jamaica. So this is London. It's so cold and damp and grey. I wonder if there'll be any snow here like the passes you get in Scotland. Papa said it always snowed there. So many people. What's that smell? Someone tells me it's the smell of sulphur from 1,000,000 coal fires. But there's an even worse smell. Open sewers in the streets. Ooh! When she was in Panama, nursing people with cholera, and one episode that particularly affected her was when a young child died, and she was so determined to find out what had happened and how this disease worked that she actually performed an autopsy along the riverbank, which, considering the risk that she exposed herself to, was an amazing thing to do. Sleep, little one, sleep. So peaceful after all your suffering. Not even 1 year old yet God has found fit to take you from us. A man comes to bury the child. I follow him down to the river. This is very important. I have to have the body. I want to find out more about this terrible disease. After an exchange of silver, he disappears into the night, and I perform my first and last autopsy. I know the child will forgive me. When the Crimean War broke out, Mary knew that lots of the soldiers she'd nursed in Jamaica, and indeed made friends with, had left Britain to go and fight in the Crimea. And she was absolutely determined that she would go over there and join them. In fact, they were really like her family, her sons. And she came over to Britain and applied to various places, the War Office and lots of other places, to get a position over there, but was turned down. But in her usual resilient way, she found a way of getting over there, and in fact built the British Hotel, which was a really vital part of the soldiers' lives. I shall never forget the suffering and bravery I witnessed in the Crimea, the human cost of a war fought far away in another land. Please God, may we never forget.